Well, the war machine that is the US Air Force is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, user of jet fuel on Earth. They have a lot of flying machines that need powering, all right? Now, of course, we also have, domestic travel and international travel. We go on an airplane, we need fuel for this airplane to make it lift, all right? But not just that, all right? We need fuel in our cars and trucks every single day, because without it, we are not going anywhere. So what if we could get this fuel, instead of from the ground and processing it, right? What if we could get this fuel from fresh air? Apparently it can be done. If they do implement this, which they already have the technology for it right now, if they do implement this for the US Air Force at least, this will be huge. Now let me talk to you guys about this, right? The US wants to fly military jets on fuel made from thin air. I mean, wow, what a headline is that? What a freaking headline. Check out this one. The US Air Force looks to make jet fuel from atmospheric carbon dioxide. Wow. So we're going to be reading a little bit, very little bit from this website today, New Atlas. If that sounds interesting to you guys, we are on 2 different YouTube channels. The one you're on right now, channel 2, and of course, channel 1. We make videos every single day on this channel. So do your thing if you want to have some fun and learn something new. Let's get into it. So, getting to the very start of this one, just a small little part from this website, right? The US Air Force is studying the feasibility of a process developed by a tech company called 12. That's the name of it, all right? That could allow the manufacture of a carbon neutral aviation fuel called E-Jet anywhere on Earth using only carbon dioxide from the air, the stuff that we breathe, all right? Wow, this is crazy, okay? So carbon dioxide from the air, water, and renewable energy. So any Air Force that has evolved beyond gliders, which, let's face it, is every Air Force on Earth, well, they're all tethered to one thing, right? The supply lines that transport and store the fuel needed to keep these machines in the air. Now, that is not only expensive and complicated, but when it comes to refueling distant bases, military bases kind of thing, it's also dangerous because such supply lines are actually prime targets for enemy forces. If you're a bad guy wanting to attack the good guy, whoever that may be, you're going to want to stop their transportation of fuel, right? Without the fuel, they cannot fly, all right? I mean, it's pretty simple, right? So according to the US Air Force, attacks on fuel and water convoys in Afghanistan when the war was happening accounted to apparently 30% of coalition casualties. Shit. So the baddies obviously knew how to, potentially stop America from moving the machinery, right? Obviously, with no fuel and no water, people die, machines won't work, right? So this might be a really interesting process. So as an alternative, the US Air Force is looking for ways to make its bases at least partially independent of outside fuel sources, by means of a deployable, scalable synthesis process that doesn't need a large number of specialists to operate. So the process developed by 12 is referred to by the company as industrial photosynthesis and uses polymer electrolyte membrane electrolysis, wow, what a bunch of words that is, which is a sort of inverted fuel cell apparently, with a metal catalyst installed on a cathode to break down carbon dioxide and water into their component ions and then convert them to oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon monoxide. A bunch of big words, I know. Am I that smart to process all of them? Probably not. So according to this, some of this was invented in 1920. That's interesting. But as of August 2021, we get jet fuel. Very, very interesting. Now, if you are interested in a couple of videos, then check out these 2. All right, I highly suggest them because if you are interested in the situation, this will, help you learn about this synthetic fuel business, right? Check out this YouTube channel. Check out that video and also check out this YouTube channel's video as well. This one is a very small one and very, very quick to show you how the thing kind of works in a small amount of time, right? Now, this is the actual website by 12. All right. So how do we electrify aviation? Electrify the fuel. The aviation industry consumes 100 billion gallons of fossil fuels and emits 1 billion tons of CO2 every year. Now, it's time to electrify air travel, the company says. The path to electrification is twofold. We can electrify the planes, but the problem is, right, that they can only handle flights of up to around about 3 hours with current battery technology, right? So longer flights need a higher density energy source than batteries can provide today. So what can we do? They say, electrify the fuel, introducing E-Jet, our carbon neutral, fossil-free jet fuel made from electrified CO2. Interesting, isn't it? Now, checking out a little bit further down the webpage, right? 12x Airforce carbon neutral jet fuel with 90% lower life cycle emissions. Fuel for the long haul made from electrified CO2. Now, just reading the very last little bit, if you guys want to read that, please do, but read this, all right? In summer 2021, the US Airforce tested and qualified our E-Jet product. Wow, that's interesting. Now, another slide on their webpage is this: carbon transformation for our climate positive world. Interesting little website. Like I said, if you are interested in this situation, definitely go check them out, right? We're the carbon transformation company. We're 12, a new kind of chemical company built for the climate era. Our breakthrough technology eliminates emissions by turning CO2 into essential products. All right. We call it carbon transformation, reinventing what it means to be a chemical company. We're on a mission to create a climate positive world and a fossil-free future. Going down a little more, I want to show you the interesting things that they're actually making, right? Now, this is a very interesting one, right? 12x Pangaea, the world's first CO2 made lenses for your glasses. What? What? 12x Tide, world's first CO2 made ingredients for Tide, right? For washing your clothing. What? 12x Mercedes, the world's first CO2 made auto parts. Wow. How is this possible? 12x NASA tools fuels and fresh air on Mars. What the hell is that thing doing? Scanning. Okay, it's scanning. All right, okay. So we could really go on and on all day long about this technology, but I just wanted to make a small little video to inform the masses out there that this shit is out here now. That's interesting. That's interesting. But then there's one more thing I want to show you, and this will hopefully shock you and make you hopeful for the future. Get ready for this. So by scrolling down the website to here, take a look at this, right? 37,000 trees in a suitcase. The fuck is that all about? Let's quickly read on it, right? At scale, our technology has the same CO2 reducing power as 120 billion trees. It's like fitting 37,000 trees in a suitcase. So the company's making some pretty big claims with their new technology. It will be interesting to see where this goes in the future, and I am hopeful for the future and where it takes us. You guys know I'm a kind of a futurist, and we talk about future stuff every day on this channel, and unboxing reviews and other things like world events. If that sounds interesting to you, we are on this channel, channel 2. Give us a like, subscribe, and of course channel 1. All right, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Down here, I don't know why I'm putting up there for, but anyway, Tallboy Gareth, now I'm putting up there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I've been told, my name's Gareth. Be safe, be clean. Bye-bye.